Hello, WelfareWise.ai. They need permission to unmute. Okay. Diana, can you help me give them co-hosting rights so they can...
So Andrea, it doesn't allow me to give co-hosting rights.
That's strange. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Did you just
Awesome.
unmute yourself?
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
I gave him the rights.
Okay.
Okay, let me share my screen. Give me a second. Danny, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Is the audio coming through clear for everyone? Just to
Yes.
check.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you.
Diana, can you start the timer, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
So we go
Okay.
ahead now.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Danny from Singapore. And in my public sector work, I know of social workers who carry more than caseload. They actually carry the weight of the needy families. Across Europe, that weight is growing. In a 2025 Community Care UK report shows that they are overwhelmed by admin, rising needs, and broken systems, leaving little time for them to work with the families. And that's our why. We built WelfareWise.ai to ease that load. With agentic automation, we take unstructured case notes and organizes what matters across the 7 key domains within the European system so that we can highlight for each family their risks to act on, their strengths to build from, and their goals and tasks to pursue. It doesn't replace the human, it actually restores their focus. When social workers thrive, the needy families don't fall through the cracks. That's not just AI, that's empathy in action. I'll now hand over to my amazing teammate, Nisa, to show you our solutions.
Hey, thank you, Danny. So let's jump into our solution. And I'll start our multi-agentic automation, which we built on Maestro, which is UiPath's platform. So the moment I started it, what it's going to do is the social worker has sent family interview details over to agent. And these are the notes of the interview, which are sent in a SharePoint format. Now, our agent starts from here, where it will start reading the email first, where we have UiPath robots. So what we have designed is, we have designed a multi-layer architecture, which normally how Agentic is performed, where we have perception layer, reasoning layer, action layer, feedback layer, and memory layer. As you can see, as soon as agent picks up the email, it goes ahead and it runs orchestrated agent, which validates incoming data, checks for duplicates, coordinates the splitting of the data, and passes it over to domain assessment. While domain assessment agents run parallelly just because of a multi-agentic platform, Maestro, and it evaluates data for each of the domains such as healthcare, housing, income security, family functioning, and financial resilience, identifying key strengths, risks, goal, and tasks. And once all of them are executed, the next agent will be triggered, which is collecting assessment. While the flow is executing, let's quickly have a look at our key important details. So what is our solution? We have used UiPath Agent, Orchestrator, Actions, Integration Services, Context Rounding, Studio Web, and UiPath Apps. And also we provide human-in-the-loop collaboration so that agent learns from the agentic memory as well. We have 4 robots, 5 agents, and 1 human-in-the-loop working parallelly together. The layered architecture, which I mentioned earlier, gives us a top-notch 3-layer architecture agent build, which is following all the layers for a complete enterprise-ready functioning agent. And as we have seen the flow, this whole agent is built purely on top of UiPath platform without using any other third-party platform. All of the applications are within the UiPath platform. Now let's go back to the agent. While it is running, now we are almost towards the final consolidation agent, which is combining all of these domain outputs into a single comprehensive report, ready for summary and final review. And then the robot within the action layer will perform updation of this consolidation report and generate an assessment list in the Excel. Now, this work usually takes huge amount of time for a human to go through family interview details and validate all the different domains for the special requirement. Then finally, we will have a family case summary agent running, which will check high-level assessment and give each family a score. If the score is less than 80% threshold, then human in the loop is triggered immediately, where
3
human will
minutes
go ahead and
left.
validate all the details. And depending upon the urgent needs. Now let's go back and check the action assigned. So this is the human in the loop, the action assigned to us. And this action is created automatically by the Actions app in the UiPath, where we have all the consolidated case output for this family, count, risk, score, everything. And the final reviewer will just say, proceed with this family. And that's all. So once we review, complete, then the final solution from the human in the loop will jump on to complete. Here, we will move our emails so that we do not duplicate each family and we do not process it again. And then once it is all completed, a GenAI powered process summarizes all the data, and we will get a final output in the family similar Excel where we have maintained all the records. So let's go back and check. So this is our consolidated output generated by our agents for each domain and also for each specific strength, risk, goal, and task. And once the agent finishes, the email will be moved from inbox to the process folder. And that's how our solution actually works. Now with that, I will hand it over back to Danny for further technical review. Yes, Danny.
Yeah. Thank you, Nisa. So WelfareWise.ai gives social worker what they need most, time. So across Europe, many will spend half a day for documentation. And through preliminary research, I believe our prototype may be able to reduce 30% and give valuable hours back to the social worker so they can invest that working with the families. Our prototype, though built for European context, we believe it may be able to scale across borders and systems. And through agentic automation, the social worker stays in control. WelfareWise.ai comes alongside, giving guidance when needed. So this isn't just about efficiency. It is about empowering those who uplift others. And many thanks to the panel of judges and the entire UiPath team for championing what agentic automation can make possible. And with this, Nisa and I ends our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We invite now the jury to ask questions.
So for the agents you developed, can you talk about take at least one of the agents that is more complete in implementation and talk about the features you've used?
Sure. So we have used total 5 agents. So let's pick up the domain assessment agent. What domain assessment agent does is when a human intervene is provided, where the family interview details are captured in an Excel file. So we convert that Excel into CSV because our agents are reading the data from text file. So what we do is we provide that CSV details. We break that entire family interview into chunks of information where, let's say, if we have a domain specific agent for healthcare, so we pick up only healthcare related information from those columns, convert to CSV, pass it to that agent. Now that agent goes through entire system prompt, user prompt. There is a context grounding, which we have provided as an additional information. When we talk about for this particular domain assessment, for this domain, what happens is you have to consider these parameters. Let's say, do they have healthcare records? Do they have this and that? And all these parameters checks. And based on the category, it will give a particular score to it. And then it will return back us a new CSV file. That new CSV file, we again process into data table, and then we later combine it together. So that's just one of them, which works end to end with all the system, user prompt, and let's say, actions, memory, which is used as a dynamic memory for us there. We also have actions in a couple of agents, and in the final agent, we have the human in the loop as well.
What challenges did you run up against when designing the agents, and how did you solve them? And curious too, if you put any guardrails in place and what they look like.
Yes. So the biggest challenge was while working with Danny, we had to kind of mask the data. Masking data was one of our challenge because this is a very, very sensitive topic and very important topic at the same time, both. So while providing the data feedback, we had to very carefully make sure that we do not pass any important data inside. And also we have to generate synthetical data, which actually reflects the real scenario on the grounds. And Danny actually works on the grounds on the real scenario, so he helped me a lot in that. So that was a real challenge to put up a case study which actually maps with a real life use case of assigning these and while putting the data to the agents.
Curious if you tested with any real users or SMEs or got any feedback from a user group already?
Danny, would you
Yeah.
like to take that?
Yeah, so we have not gone to that stage yet because the whole intent was to really see how agentic automation can apply in this case. And when Nisa and I wanted to participate, we're also thinking of developing a model that's global. So we are like starting from a very broad base, but the intent is at some point, if this works, right, that we'll be testing with real data.
Amazing. Thank you.
Just a quick question for me. Did you use any tools in your agent builder agents? If so, which one? And did you perform evals?
So earlier we used one of the tools which were to convert the data table into CSVs while we take the data directly inside, and then we try to pass the CSV as an output to the data tables. But the problem was, we had to integrate the coding in that. So we avoided that by using robots in between that. And we just went ahead with the context routing part as of now. So our agents are purely context routing and human in the loop, no actions as of now yet.
And then evals?
Mm-hmm.
Evals?
Or evaluate.
Not events yet. It's just a human in the
No,
loop
Like
for the
evals,
finalizing.
evaluations. I mean,
Evaluations, yes. We did evaluations for our last two robots because they are doing the case summary. And for the case summary, we had to provide some data. So we did it with 10 to 15 families. We evaluated whether it is actually giving the expected results, and we trained it more further. So the final assessment agent is now giving us really good data. We purposefully put the data today to take the human in the loop in the action, but for others, it's actually processing without human in the loop. Very well.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Time up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next team, AIdMe.
Can you guys let us know if you're unmuted and if you're ready to start, and then I'll start the timer?
Yes, I can unmute it. Yeah. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, here we go.
thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Ebru. My partner is Onur, and we want to take you back to last month, July 2025. In that single month, the world was struck by a wave of natural disasters, from deadly floods to wildfires and tsunami evacuations. Millions of people were affected. Some lost their homes, others were cut off from power for days, and many had to flee their communities. These disasters aren't just statistics. Behind every number is a person, a family, trying to survive the chaos. They deserve more than a simple "Are you safe or not?" voice message. But there is the reality. Even with the best intentions, traditional mass notification systems the corporate use fall short. They often fail to deliver real value, neither to the company nor to the employee. Messages are sent, but they lack relevance, urgency, or context. As a result, safety teams are left guessing, employees feel unheard, and the critical moments are lost in confusion. And this highlights one urgent need: smarter, faster, coordinated safety response when disaster strikes. That's why we created AIdMe, an intelligent safety coordinator built to transform how we respond during critical incidents. Powered by UiPath agents and Google Gemini for emotion-aware voice intelligence, AIdMe doesn't just broadcast messages. It aims to reduce the burden of crisis coordination by automating outreach within seconds, eliminating manual tracking and messaging. Whether responding to a sudden emergency or preparing for a foreseen event like a tsunami, the system delivers timely, data-driven communication that helps people act fast and stay informed. By centralizing data and prioritizing based on the real needs, it ensures no one is overlooked. Confirming safety statuses, offering transportation or accommodation support, and delivering the right emergency supplies, such as infant aid kits, are sent only to families with babies. This not only avoids waste, but also ensures limited resources are used where they matter most. Let's examine the solution architecture on the demo. So our case is earthquake right now, and our target employee is in the epicenter. The process is designed to run per person to ensure full traceability. First agent looks at the event and person location and decides to call or text. Since we are in the epicenter right now, it will call us. But while we are waiting for the call, let's check the message, how it looks like. This message is sent to employee who is close to the event location, but not in the immediate zone. So message contains the event update and a link to our app that we will see in a while. Let's go back to our process. So we will have the call in a minute, and we will request some help in the call. So we will see the whole process running today.
3 minutes.
Takes time, but still faster than a human. Okay, it initiates the call, and we can see that safety coordinator is fully.
You have a trial account. You can remove this alert group. This is an emergency notification regarding the recent earthquake in your area, Kakumani, Istanbul. We are reaching out to ensure your safety and well-being. Please let us know if you are safe and if there is anything you need assistance with.
I have injuries and need medical support. Also food and water, please. Okay, we had the call with the safety coordinator. Now one external agent is detecting the emotion from the recording, and one robot is retrieving the transcription text from the video at the same time. These outputs will be sent to the call evaluator agent, and the agent will decide on the case severity and if medical or supply support is needed. Since we requested medical support, the case severity is critical, and the task will be created for medical and supply teams. Okay, it's high this time. Let's see the supply task right now. I can answer the task from the assistant itself. Okay, supply kit will be sent. And I can choose the date here. Let's say tomorrow. And that's all. At this point, we only have the actions, but several robots and agents will take over those processes as well. Fully automated supply chain and medical support process can be happened. Last but not least, we have also one real-time news and updates app from the local authorities, and the organization can be seen here. And also the user can request a support that will trigger the process for the user. Let's go back to the process, the slides. The feature enhancements we have in mind are intelligent event monitoring to trigger the process according to the event and severity, improved communication for both channels with more capable technologies, additional robots and agents for departments and tasks, and improved intelligent app. Thank you for listening, and we would like to hear your questions and feedbacks. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a pretty similar question to the previous one. So pretty cool demo. Thank you very much. I see how you wired up external tools like APIs for calling and emotion detection, but is your agent itself using any tools? And did you do any evals for your agent?
Yes, I use the evals on the testing side actually. For the tools, actually, I would like to see the data fabric or data service as the old name directly connected to agents actually, but we were just failed to do that because we don't have it yet. But we used RPA processes as tools like this, and firstly, we use the Twilio actions as well as tools in the agents, but after that, we wanted to add more traceability and also the rules and fallbacks. That's why we just moved all of the Twilio to the Maestro itself.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have one question. Yeah, good presentation. Like in case, like if there is a exception in between, how is the escalations handled in the agents?
Currently, we are just having some database like the successfully called and failed to call. So we are just trying to call again if we can't reach them out. And if we can't connect with them, we are just escalating to a person again. And since we have the database in the background, we can just re-trigger the process whenever we want for them.
Is this coded as part of your escalation in your agent?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The escalations are looped to a human through your escalation in your agent builder?
No, they are not. We did all of the escalations and the repetitions on the Maestro currently.
Okay.
Any other aspects of use of agent builder, like do you have the health scores for your agent? Like how reliable are your agents?
Yes, we had a few trials actually with different cases, like having the medical support or just answering only "we are safe" and "thank you." We have a high success rate actually on the robots right now, on the agents. And actually we also use the message directly from the agent to the users via text and the call. And that's how we are confident about our agents currently.
Where did you find, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Where did you find where an LLM or an agent provided the most value in your solution?
Sorry, our time is done, but I see that getting the current needs from the users directly, because currently the system fails in that position. They can't detect real needs. So the detecting real need and acting fast, creating the tasks, and also automizing that part as well is very valuable with the agents and the Maestro that we have.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Team Ninja, please.
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Ninja, yeah, we can see your screen. Can you let me know when you're ready to go?
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, a warm welcome to all. You know, a few months ago, I got a call from my manager to get a PO raise to get best configured laptops for my newly hired developers. I told him I can do it, however, would need at least a day's time. Laptop will take 7 days to get delivered. He said, Priyanka, in this world of Agentic, you want me to wait for 8 days? I am not convinced. It was then it got me with an idea of peer-to-peer UiPath Agentic automation. Today, we are not just talking about automation, we are talking about transformation. In the world where procurement delays can cost millions, we ask a suitable question. What if agents could think? Agent could decide and act, just like your best procurement expert? Hello everyone. Myself, Priyanka Jain, And today I am pitching for peer-to-PO UiPath powered Agentic AI solution that brings intelligence, speed, and precision every step of the peer-to-PO journey. This is the as-is solution flow comprising of end-to-end peer-to-PO cycle, PO creation, PO approval, and PO acknowledgement. We are unlocking 400 plus FTs, improving compliance, and scaling across 70 plus clients. Let's dive into how we are making the procurement smarter, faster, and truly autonomous. Here how it works. Our intelligent agents, PR agent, supplier and code recommender agent, processor agent, and follow-up agent are the designed to understand your need from the very beginning. This is the to-be flow starts with the PR agent, intelligently assessing PR requests, automatically determining the required number of codes. Supplier and code recommender agent takes over, automatically recommending suppliers and managing the entire code process, including validation codes, identifying any missing ones, and even suggesting alternative suppliers. Users maintain control in making the final selection for the supplier RFQ and the winning code. Once a code is chosen, PO generation agent is automatically creates the process order. Follow-up agent manages post-order processes. It automatically sends the PO to the supplier, tracks acknowledgements, and proactively follows up for delivery dates until they are confirmed by the supplier. At Accenture, this multi-agent process delivers substantial impact. Scaled to 70 plus client, transformed roles for 1,000 plus FTs, and achieved a 40% productivity gain. This translates to 400 plus FT saving, significant cost reduction, and strategic talent deployment. Our solution delivers increased automation scope, increased efficiency, reduced AHT, and increased touchless processing. Now we will proceed to the tool demo, which Gaurav would be presenting. As due to the constraint of time, we have recorded our automation and would be showing on the recording.
Yeah. So hello everyone. I am Gaurav Chaudhary. I am here to present the demo of UiPath Maestro agentic process that we have created for PR2PO process. In Maestro, we can provide a start event to trigger the flow. For the demo purpose, what we have done is we have placed input file into the storage bucket. In the first scenario, we are handling a PR where the quotations submitted are valid and need to recommend best quotation out of the two quotations. The quotation validation agent validates both the quotation against the PR. It validates quotation for date range and item coverage. Details are presented via UiPath app task. Now let's see the app task. Since all requested items are present in the quotation, the user click on proceed from the app task to proceed further for the code to PR validation. Now code recommendation flow will work, which will recommend the best quotation to proceed further using code recommendation agent. The app task again displays the details of the PR and the quotation. It concludes that quotation 1 is not recommended and provided the reason for recommending quotation 2. If the user rejects, the flow moves to supplier recommendation. If approved, a PO is created for the recommended quotation and approval flow process begins. Processor agent will create the PO and send the PO copy to supplier via email. Then the flow wait for a delivery date reply or send a follow-up email if no response is received within 2 days. The email was just sent to the supplier. Let me show you the email. This is the email that has been sent to the supplier with PO copy attached. Now I have sent a reply to this email manually from supplier's email. This is the reply that I have shared, like with the delivery date mentioned. So now, after receiving the supplier's reply, the flow triggers the email event. It will extract the delivery date from the email reply that has been received and update it in the database against the PO number. I'll open the database file from the storage bucket to show the updated data for the selected PR number. If you can see here, it has updated the PO number and the delivery date against the PR number. Now we will be presenting another scenario. In the second scenario, a valid quotation is submitted, but missing some requested items. Since the PR amount is less than 10K, only one quotation is required. It will move forward and check if a single quotation is submitted or not. Now the data from quotation is extracted. The code validation agent again then validates the quotation against the PR. It will do code validation. The code validation result are shown to the user via UiPath app task. Since all the requested items are not present in the quotation, the user rejects the quotation directly from the app task. This action triggers a supplier recommendation flow that calls supplier recommendation agent. It offers two recommendations. First is preferred and non-preferred supplier based on addresses matches, PR comments, past purchases, and SOW listed suppliers. The UiPath agent selects suppliers using these criteria. The recommended supplier list showing preferred and non-preferred options is presented to the user in the app task, where they can review and select the best suppliers. After the user selects a supplier, Maestro select a supplier, Maestro automatically sends an RFQ email with the PR details to start the quotation process, fully automating PR validation, supplier recommendation, and RFQ initiation. I'll show you the RFQ email that has been sent. This is the RFQ email that has been sent. So PR to PO UiPath Agentic automation isn't just a solution. It's a shift in how we think about enterprise operations. By combining the power of UiPath Autopilot with intelligent agents, we have created, created a system that learns for the apps and delivers. Thank you. This is what we have created.
And then any questions from the judges?
Can you speak to how this integrates with existing procurement flows? How do you see it connecting to existing applications and where it would replace or augment existing flows?
I think Priyanka, you're on mute.
Priyanka, you're on mute. Yeah.
So our solution is like configurable, and we have connected with our multiple procurement clients, have gathered the details, and basically based on the requirement, we have had an in-depth knowledge of how this procurement process is different for different clients. And now based on that, we have created a solution in a way wherever there is a difference, a solution is developed so that it could be tested for all the clients in a one single solution. So we are already working on it. So for 10 clients, we have already done that. And for other clients, we are pitching into with the help of UiPath Agentic solution.
Thank you.
Can you talk to us about what you consider is the biggest scope that you've given one of your agents in terms of like the goal, its ability to plan, and the actions you've given it, or the tools?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, so I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we have created one quote recommendation agent. Okay. So what it is doing is basically it is taking multiple quotation as a PDF. It is also taking PR details. What it is doing, it is matching the PRs with the multiple quotation details. It is extracting those details. It is matching like item description is matching or not. It is doing the unit matching, unit price matching, and after detailed validation, it will suggest which is the best quotation out of these two quotations, whatever is received with the PR. So it is recommending that you can go with this quotation for the PO creation.
Yeah, and there are like multiple, it is also referring to multiple databases as well. Like if I have a quotation, like which is the recommended supplier I should go with, what is the current address of the requester, and with which address we should go with. So there are like multiple different factors which is being considered by recommending the quotations.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Got another question if no one else has. How much prompt engineering or context engineering did you end up doing? Just curious.
We have tried multiple, we have created around 5 agents. As LLMs are, hallucinating every time, we have tried multiple prompts, and after working too hard, we are getting, the correct output. So it's a very tedious task, and we come up with the solution finally at the end.
Yeah, we're like sitting day and night to come up to this final solution and to make it a successful.
Amazing.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So FinCare, you're up next.
Yeah, hi everyone, Rajesh here. Able to hear me? Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Is your team ready to go? Just let me know.
Yeah, we are ready. So Narendran from my
Okay.
team is sharing a screen.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
going to
Narendran.
start the clock right now.
So hey everyone, thanks for giving this opportunity. So our topic today is FinCare, right? And the primary area that we are focusing is medical coding and billing automation within the RCM space, right? RCM, revenue cycle management. Go to the next slide. Go to the next slide. So very quickly, the challenge that we have taken is medical coding and billing. Medical coding is a very tricky process in the RCM cycle, right? Medical coding and billing, right? Some of the key challenges that we are addressing through our solution is shortage of medical coders, right? So this is a multi-agentic system that takes care of identifying the medical codes and generating super bill, right? And also generating the CMS 1500 form, right? So automated solution that eliminates a need for too many medical coders because it optimizes the life cycle of medical coding and billing. So claim complaint complexity, right? We need to ensure that the diagnosis codes match with the procedural codes, right? So that is something that we are ensuring here. And if there is a mismatch, then ultimately the claim gets rejected. Different insurers have different formats, Medicare, Medicaid, private insurers have different format of, in which the claim needs to be submitted. So, so we take care of it, right? So this automated process, is capable enough to generate, the claim forms in different templates, right? Very quickly, I will go to the solution, right? So this is an agentic orchestration, right? Where we have agent swarm, which is medical coder agent swarm and medical biller agent. Okay, so this is our architecture, right? Basically, very quickly, medical reports are uploaded to UiPath storage bucket. There is an agent swarm, medical coding multi-agent swarm, right? Where you see 4 agents which mimic the human world, right? And real world, as a coder does his work, and then it's reviewed by a physician and finally by an adjuster. So we have mimicked it through a multi-agent orchestration. So medical coding agent ultimately returns the ICD and CPT codes applicable, right, for that particular patient ID, right, which goes to the medical biller agent. And medical biller agent will basically assign, based on the zip code, it will basically pull out the cost components, right? GPCI, RVU, right? I think those are terminologies, right? RVU is basically relative value units and GPC is geographic practice cost index. So medical biller agent generates takes care of identifying the applicable cost, right, for that particular zip code, right? It performs the fees calculation, shares the details to a bot, which is super bill generation bot, which generates a super bill and which in turn calls a CMS 1500 bot, right? Which is basically, which generates a claim proposal form, which can directly be sent to the clearinghouse or to the payer. Yeah. We'll go on to the next slide, very quickly show the architecture and jump on to the demo. So very quickly this, right? Our agent is going to take around 7 minutes to run. So we'll trigger the agent first. Can you go to the maestro and trigger the agent, Narendran? Narendran, you're triggering the agent. Narendran, cannot hear you. Can you please trigger the maestro process, please? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Please trigger the maestro process.
Yeah, I have started
Stop
the
and
maestro
reshare.
process.
Yeah. But we cannot see, we are still seeing the PPT. Yeah. Now we are seeing the maestro process flow. Just trigger the agent. So this is the actual
3
maestro
minutes.
process flow. Yeah, this is a maestro process flow, right? Which basically reads the medical reports from the UiPath storage bucket, right? The medical report details, right, are basically sent as an input to the medical coder agent, which you see there, right, which is currently running. Medical coder agent refers to a RAG index and identifies the ICD and CPT codes, right? Whatever ICD, CPT codes are identified, that goes to the subsequent agents, right, in that agent swarm, which is patient agent, physician agent, and adjuster agent, right? So this is basically we're mimicking the human world, right? So and we have done this based on a research paper by Hong Yu, right, from University of Massachusetts, right? And where they have identified that multi-agent approach for ICT coding, right? It works on par, right, with how it is done with medical coding done on training and testing pipeline, right? They have identified that the accuracy to be on the higher side. So you see that it has pulled the list of diagnosis codes here, and the procedural codes also it has pulled. That's what you see here. So these are basically shared to the next agent, which is physician patient agent. Can you close it, Narendra? I mean, let's see the other agents running. The other agents have completed the run now. Where are we? So we are in the
patient agent and physician agent completes his job
adjuster agent is
and provides his feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adjuster agent is running. Adjuster agent basically reviews the ICD CPT codes identified by the previous agents, which in this case is the coder agent, patient agent, physician agent, right? An adjuster agent will take the final ICD CPT codes and send it to the medical biller agent, which in turn will generate which will basically pull the
1
applicable
minute.
cost, right? Yeah, based on the zip code, right? And the medical biller agent will create a human in the loop task, right, for a actual medical coder, a human person, to review all the details, right? We have seen that this entire process of agentic orchestration, right, medical coding through agentic orchestration saves roughly around 60% of the time, right, as compared to when it is completely done manually, right? So we'll see the human in the loop task getting assigned now. You can review the details of what medical codes were pulled from the medical report. Yeah.
So for time constraint, we can also refer to the previous task created by the agents. And
absolutely. So at the top is what you see the medical report. Can you go to the top, the medical report, and below is what you see the medical ICD CPT codes pulled by the agent. Yeah. Happy to take any questions. You can see the medical codes pulled, and a human person reviews it and finally submits it, right? So that super bill and CMS 1500 form are generated. Yeah. Happy to take any
questions.
Yeah, so let me start. Yeah, the medical coding, I know it's a very complex process and the solution looks great. But if you do all this coding ICD and then show it to a human, right? Still, they have to go through the document to figure out whether it has done the right coding, right? Do you show any kind of confidence level or any kind of accuracy on the human in the loop to validate this?
We basically give the reasoning behind why the code has been selected, the reasoning done by the agent, right? So that is something that we do. In addition to that, we also basically give the complete view of, there is a confrontation strategy that we have taken here, right? Like a patient and a physician AI agents can confront the ICD codes identified by the coder agent, right? So we give a complete view, right? And the AI adjuster agent finally takes a call of, which are all the finalized ICD codes. So through the confrontation strategy, it basically gives a reasoning as to why a particular ICD CPT code has been finally selected, right? Which we believe will help the human agent, right, to perform his review very quickly, right? If he has to do everything manually, we believe it takes a lot of time, and we see productivity improvement when we through this automated process. Yeah.
Okay, one more question. If the human does a correction, is there any continuous learning loop for the agents?
Currently, we have not set any reinforcement learning loop. That's a good feedback. We take that as a feedback. Currently, it's not there. Yeah.
Yeah, I shared this feedback. I think we can discuss offline. We do have the IXP product, which is usually for data extraction, but you can also use for abstractive tasks like coding. And that has all the features that Raju is talking about, like it learns over time from feedback, it has a dedicated sort of feedback experience, etc. So you guys might want to look, but fantastic work.
Sure.
Super impressive.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any additional questions?
Yeah, question about LLMs. Just curious if you use the same one for each of your agents for the medical coder, patient, physician, and adjuster agent?
Yeah, we have used the same LLM, but the difference here is in terms of the expectation. Like the coder agent refers to the RAG index and identifies the code. The physician patient agents, we give the medical report as an input, and then we give the list of ICD CPT codes identified by the coder agent as an input to the physician and adjuster and patient agents, so that they can validate the work done by the coder agent, right? So that is how we validate it. Yeah.
Okay, that's time. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we'd like to hear from LUMA.
Yeah, hi there. Yep. Let me share my screen.
And if you could let me know when you're ready, you can
Yeah.
start sharing your screen and then just let me know when you're ready.
All right. I'm sharing it now. Can you see the screen?
I can see it.
All right.
You ready to start?
Yeah, right.
Okay, here we go.
Dear distinguished jury members and fellow developers, on behalf of Turkish Airlines Technology, we would like to present our finalist project, LUMA. This project is a result of a big teamwork. Each of us brought a different strength, from automation and backend logic to prompt engineering and AI integration. The problem we address today is, despite their frequency, meetings often fail to generate a tangible value. Research showed that only 37% of the meetings result in timely and high-quality decisions. Meanwhile, 80% of the executives report that their time is misaligned with strategic priorities. The root cause is clear. Valuable insights remain unprocessed, action items are forgotten, and decisions are not tracked. Organizations are operating in a gap between intention and execution, and that is precisely the gap LUMA aims to close. The solution we propose to solve this problem is LUMA, an enterprise-grade modular agent we entirely built on UiPath's ecosystem. At its heart, LUMA does three things. First, it creates a clear and concise meeting summary and using large language models. And secondly, and more importantly, it connects with our internal MCP system we built in-house and using Python. MCP acts like an extension of the agent, like its hands, enabling it to execute follow-up actions. And finally, LUMA is designed to stay calm under pressure. It supports human-in-the-loop scenarios, so that means AI acts, human approve. As you can see on the screen, our agent's core functionality is structured into four main parts: detecting the meeting, transcribing and summarizing its content, extracting actionable items and their relevant classes, and executing follow-up actions where possible. With LUMA, the transition from what was discussed to what was done becomes seamless and automated. Our dispatcher robot operates in the background, filtering mail inbox for any meeting recordings and downloads them to pass to the notebook LM. It intelligently extracts the summary and the action items, which constitutes our queue items. And then our classifier agent enters the scene. This is the cognitive engine of LUMA. In this part, we take each queue item, apply regex to pick each action item, and classify it using the MCP server that we built. The agent calls the task classifier tool from the MCP server, which we built by our hand, by the way, to decide whether it belongs to one of our four categories we choose for the agent to take action. If human oversight is required, it leverages the action center to get an approval from the user. If an action item cannot be classified, it is noted as a to-do list and sent to the meeting organizer. This example reflects one of the more complex scenarios we tackled, and one we initially thought would require the most manual effort. Imagine a meeting where someone says, "We need to review Irem's code." The agent catches that. It finds the Jira ticket, downloads the XAML file, performs necessary analysis, and writes structured comments back into Jira. What we thought would be a challenge became one of LUMA's most impactful use cases. Now I'm gonna let you watch a brief demonstration of LUMA in action, showcasing end-to-end meeting intelligence from recording to execution.
3 minutes.
Now it's time to take a closer look at what LUMA truly delivers to us. It drastically saves a significant amount of very valuable time, which is previously spent on manual follow-ups from the meetings. LUMA also reduces information loss, ensuring clarity and enhances accountability for each personal employee. Our internal deployment scenarios indicate up to 90% of the meetings can be meaningfully traced, acted upon. Furthermore, structured follow-ups translate directly into cost savings and process acceleration. Around 70% of overall expenses will be saved thanks to LUMA's Agentic follow-ups. With LUMA, we expect to save around $3.75 million to ticket management and around $12 million to code review. In an era of fragmented attention and information overload, LUMA helps teams to focus
1 minute.
act. Our agent, LUMA, automates journey from meeting to action, helping teams to create greater value. We thank you for your time, and we're excited to take LUMA even further together with UiPath. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for this team?
I might have missed it, but did you provide context per, I don't know, subject area or project, for example, for the meetings? And did you try it out yourself, and for how long?
Of course. So we've been practicing on this project for 2 months, and we tried several meetings, of course. The main part of this project, the idea came from code reviewing our citizen developers, as you know, we show in this slide. So weekly, we do meetings with citizen developers, maybe an hour and a half with all of them, one by one. So from this idea, we tried using our meeting recordings to let this agent work on code reviews instead of us going through the XAML file one by one. Other than that, it does ticket management and stuff, but from us, as our organization side of these things, we cannot show you our tickets. So
For sure. How would you, just quick follow-up, how would you make it even more useful for yourselves or other users? Do you have anything in mind?
So, we show here, we have an MCP integration here. If any individual user needs any other integration other than that, it just has to build, or if it has an API for the tool, it just adds here. Agents does it, what it needs to be done.
That's awesome. I'd love to chat with you more about MCP later. Thank you.
Of course, we would like to have a meeting with you.
Yeah, and I think this is a coded agent, correct? If I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. How did you find that experience of the CLI and the Python SDK, etc.?
Maybe my partner Irem should tell you more about that.
Hi,
İrem?
and I can answer this question. I was practicing with Python for so many years since college years, and MCP server has come to my attention since the first time they came out with the Agentic technology. So it was just like a hobby at the beginning, but then our team also encouraged us. So we tried to do it and found it very useful. And I resemble it so much to a Swiss Army knife. Like it's just one thing, but comes with so many tools, useful tools. So yeah, that's
And
it.
just a quick redirect. Did you use a framework like LangGraph or Crew AI or Llama Index, or did
Not
you?
LangGraph. It was like a Python script, but also, of course, we used some key frameworks like Taqi, API, like
Got
that.
it. Thank you.
Did you use coded agent as a tool to a agent builder agent?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Is that how you piped it?
Yeah, we gave a description and instruction for the agent, in the agent builder. And besides that, all of our input we couldn't show you, but all of our meetings summary, let's say, comes in a JSON format. So it's pretty easy for the agent to understand what's going on around the meetings and execute actions if necessary. By the way, we tried several different, let me show you, several different models for LLMs to code review our examples. I just wanted to state that.
Thank you. Time's up.
Thank you.
Next group up is the Silicon Robots.
Yeah, hi
Please let
everyone.
me know when you're ready.
Yeah, hi everyone.
You guys ready?
Just allow us a minute.
Okay. I can see your slide deck.
All right. Yeah, we are good to start.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Hello everyone. We're excited to present you our solution AgentHack, your co-architect for end-to-end project lifecycle. We are the Silicon Robots. Let's move to the team slide. We are the Silicon Robots 4.0, myself, Umesh Sharma, along with my amazing teammates Faiz and Nishant. Let's start with the problem statement. Despite the explosion of AI tools and platforms, when it comes to launching a new automation or project software, we still face a long chain of disconnected apps. You start a project idea, from there you have to create effort estimates, timelines, choose a tech stack, write functional and technical documents, set up project templates, generate initial code, and create architecture flows, and so on. Each of these time-consuming, error-prone, and it typically requires switching between 7 to 8 different tools. Then we asked ourselves, what if an AI could co-architect your project with you? That's where an AgentHack idea comes in. AgentHack is an intelligent agentic platform that acts as your project co-architect, helping you go from idea to implementation in a single guided flow. You simply describe a project as AgentHack can generate cost and effort and timeline estimations. It can create technical and functional documentations. It can also suggest tech stack and license recommendations. And there are a lot of things that we can do around architecture diagrams, and it can also create stories and tasks in ALM tools like Jira. Let's quickly talk about the benefits and the tech stacks powering AgentHack. AgentHack is powered by UiPath Agent Builder, OpenAI's ChatGPT models, UiPath apps, integration services, and others. Talking about benefits, AgentHack can help reduce manual effort by over 60%, accelerate project kickoffs, and ensure consistency across all deliverables from day one. Let's switch gears and showcase AgentHack. Due to time constraints, we will briefly skim through the remaining slides, including solution architecture, sample execution, and the AgentHack snapshot. Let's have a look at the historical data first. So this file contains the historical data, which is also ingested for context grounding. It has data from last 20 projects generated by AgentHack. It has sheets for each different projects that the AgentHack provided the recommendations for estimations, feedback, and everything else. This data is also used for context grounding and later on. Now let's see the AgentHack in action. So this is the dashboard created using UiPath unified apps. Users are presented with a dashboard view of available agents and tools, customized according to their roles and access level. Tiles on that AgentHack dashboard are dynamically shown based on user roles permissions. The key components of AgentHack can include project estimation, delivery prediction. So it seems like it has got stuck for some reason, so we'll have to relaunch the application again. Just allow us a minute for this. So this this dashboard was created using unified app, and it has agents.
3 minutes.
It has agent integrated for each dashboard or tile that you see. So talking about the components, right? So it has estimation agent, which can provide the estimation based on the project summary and the project title. It can also, maybe if you can have a video played, because it seems like there seems to be an issue with the app. It's not able to launch the solution. It was working fine a while ago. 3 instances. All right, no worries. So maybe we can have a recording played for you for quick reference. Sorry for this. We could not have this shown live, but it's fine. So it has agents for code generation, license optimization. It can recommend license as well based on the flow that we have, the project description that we provide. You can see the agent action where we have provided a project summary, and based on it, it has provided us the project estimation. And it can also create an PDF file with all the graphs and details, where we have placed a PDF file, Word file with placeholders, and it can just replace the content, what is generated by AgentHack. And then here you can see the license and unit cost recommendation from agent based on the output that we received from the previous agent.
1 minute.
If required, we can do that as well. Let's also have a look at the future enhancement that we are looking for. And so what we were trying to show was the current build, and now what we want to show is the game-changing roadmap that we have ahead for this. So AgentHack Galaxy, we have named it as a AgentHack Galaxy, which will have agents interacting with different systems via MCP servers, and we have integrated. So as you can see, you have integrated voice command as well. It can get the voice command, and it can trigger the API, the agent, the process through an API. It will start it on the machine where we have launched it, and so with this vision in mind, basically, we believe AgentHack is not just a tool, it's a platform shift. So the agent has started a SAP process using the voice command.
Great. Okay, it's time for questions. Does anybody have any questions?
No, I just wanted to say this is awesome. Thank you, folks. That's pretty clear.
And sorry, judges, we could not complete the demo, live demo. I mean, it was working all the time, but I think
yeah, we have your video links. By the way, everyone, we have your video links, but don't worry. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. They're open to questions. So.
Yes.
Happy to help.
How do you catch like the users of this interpreting the output as more authoritative than it actually is? Right, this is a co-architect, and like, how do you catch yourself from that?
So it does, so it can help us to create the artifacts, right? So, and we have an option to modify it based on the changes that needs to be done, because it do not provide us the actual, I would say, end-to-end documents or artifacts or any estimation. It uses the historical data. It also uses the LLM models to predict that, right? And the plan is to have a specified LLM model for such cases, where using the context surrounding as well from the past data, like for this particular for such processes, how long it took to create the estimation, like how many team members were there, right, and what was the tech stack. So based on the historical data as well as based on the LLM response, I think it can create the data.
Like for example, if it's wrong, it's hard to estimate that it's wrong, right? It's a fairly broad agent. Like if it actually misses and overestimates a project that says like, hey, it needs to take it'll take 3 months. In reality, it's going to take 3 years because it misinterpreted something. Like, how do you even?
So yeah, we have that option to change it, right? It can create that artifact. So the idea is to have the co-architect. The agent is not in the control here yet, right? So we still have the option, right, to update it, right? So, but it can create the artifacts for us so that we don't have to start from scratch. If everything looks good, we are good, right? We can go ahead and go ahead with the same. But if we think that the estimation, because as a solution architect, we would know that how much time it will take, and we can make the changes accordingly. So we don't have to start from scratch. We don't have to go create all the steps that needs to be done as a part of the project delivery.
I get what he's saying in terms of defining it from the start to be able to almost encourage co-creation and human AI collaboration along the way before it gets too far down the path with some incorrect assumptions and whatnot. My question is, can you tell us about your biggest design decision and how you worked through it and what you decided?
Design as in integrating all the agents into one single unified solution?
Sure. Whatever comes to mind. I'm just curious about your solution design decisions.
Sure. So basically, whenever we work on a project, right, we have seen that there are a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to get the idea created, the response, the estimation created from different stakeholders, understand the requirements, and then a dependency on different stakeholders as well, right? And it takes a lot of time to create the documentation from scratch. But if you have that information in handy at the initial stage of the process or project, you can have all those artifacts created in just 10 minutes, right? And then the business analyst can use the artifacts that are created. Anyway, we have to make the changes, but we have the content already created. The screenshots has to be added, right? It has to be done, but we have everything. The setup is already done. The project initial setup is already done by the AgentHack, including everything. So it can also create Jira stories for us in Jira, based on what are the steps that has to be taken care as a part of this project.
Great. Thank you. Time's up. The next team up is
Thank you.
Rakshak AI.
Hello, everyone.
Everyone.
Hi. Do you want to pull up a presentation or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I can see it. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we are ready now.
Okay, there you go.
Hello to the respected jury and fellow teams. We are Team Rakshak AI, excited to present our solution. We are a cross-functional team with expertise in AI, automation, and insurance, comprising Deepak, Pranjal, Aditya, myself, Prachi. Together, we have built Claim Guardian 360, an AI-driven solution that transforms the motor insurance claim process from slow and manual to fast, intelligent, and fraud resistant. Coming to the problem statement, motor insurance claims today are highly manual, fragmented, and slow. They typically start via emails or phone calls, involve repetitive data entry, and rely heavily on human intervention, leading to delays, errors, and a high risk of fraud. For customers, it means long wait times, poor visibility, and constant follow ups, eroding trust and satisfaction. Now, coming to the solution, we saw an opportunity to fix this and build Claim Guardian 360, an Agentic AI solution where intelligent agents don't just automate but think, decide, and collaborate. Unlike rule based bots, our agents are goal driven, capable of dynamic decision making, and can interact with humans when needed. With multimodal intelligence, they analyze documents, images, and context together, boosting fraud detection and reducing manual checks. The agents can ingest emails, understand documents, validate policies, detect fraud, assist surveyors with pricing and on ground assessment, generate final reports, and route claim based on risk scores with minimal human touch. Now we'll move straight to the live demo. Over to you, Pranjal.
Sure. The future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it. So here we are with the execution of Claim Guardian 360. We'll just start off with the demo with the provisioning of the resources and the email being sent by the customer to the insurance company. So the customer initiates an email wherein he sends the detail about the claim that he wants to fill. So he'll be sending off the details of the damages to the vehicle. He'll be sending off the attachments of the vehicles and the KYC documents that he has. So for instance, he might be showing us the RC copy, the driving license, and the proper reasoning that he will give for the damage. So as we see, it'll take a couple of seconds for the email to receive, and then we can show it in the UiPath Maestro. So this is the email, these are the vehicle images and so on. So the main architect or the main area that we have used to design the entire platform is to build on top of UiPath Maestro so that it triggers, so that it sees so that the entire flow executes, and the email analyzer agent is the one which analyzes or sees the intent of the email that is being triggered. So here the multi-agent orchestration works, and it's able to decipher the email content into one of the two parts. So we have taken the two parts here. One is the claim filling and the fulfillment or the filling process, and the second is about a past query resolution or to know about a past claim status or a new claim. So I believe here there is some issue. If Aditya, you can just have a rerun of this.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'll just get it done again. So we'll just wait for a couple of seconds, and then hopefully this gets resolved and I can walk you through the remaining flow as well. Just give us a couple of seconds. So as this is running, yes, now it has been executed and it has been triggered to the path where email is about registering a new claim. So here we have the next agent where the document scrutinizing is happening. PII guardrails is being masking and guardrails are in place to analyze or to figure out any missing documents or RC copies or licenses are there. Then if supposedly any missing documents are there, an email is triggered to the customer saying that your relevant documents are not there or images are not there. So he'll get a chance to re-upload them. If everything is in place, everything is intact, the remaining flow executes and the risk analyzer and the anomaly checker agent works. So Aditya, can we have the agent and the respective tools so that we can have a view of that in the slide, I think?
Yeah, sure.
So here is the, okay, so just get into the slide once. So this is the main agent where the risk analyzer and the anomaly checker agent is there using the image anomaly analyzer tool, the policy lookup tool, the document extractor tool. So a brief overview, what is image anomaly analyzer doing? It is analyzing for correct images being sent, a real and a fake detection is being performed. A cross-referencing is being done from the image, the email content with the images that are being sent. The policy lookup tool, it looks up from the past policies It figures out if the customer has sent a claim before and reasons through its purpose. For example, the customer might be sending a reason for a previous claim, and the current reason, is it similar or not? A similarity check is being done. The validity of the insurance, the policy validity, and all are being checked by the policy lookup tool. The document extractor extracts the key information like the engine ID, the RC number, and the policy number. All that is being done in a unanimous, autonomous way using UiPath Agent Builder, all powered by UiPath guardrails, as well as the usage of responsible AI. So coming on to the flow in the maestro, Aditya. Yeah. So now, as it takes a couple of more seconds, because we have a lot of we have an integration of a lot of tools. The flows are being triggered, custom flows are being built, the PII detection is being done, analysis on top of images are being performed.
1 minute.
So, so a couple of more checks are being done. Hopefully it should execute, and we'll be able to walk you through the remaining part as well. So talking a bit about the remaining part here only, we have a risk score being generated and part of a confidence score being generated of the model. If supposedly the risk score is beyond a particular threshold, then a human in the loop is triggered, and we have a manual intervention where all the details are being sent to the human in the loop. A human can evaluate and finally get it through the field surveyor. A field surveyor, what we say, is normally a manual, a multilingual or regional RAG-based context bot, which reasons through pricing models of motor companies. So it helps him figure out, sort of a conversational AI, which helps him figure out what are the pricing model and how to calculate the budget estimates. And finally, we have the report generation agent, which finally will give you a structured email in a formal way, like a claim estimation report, having a proper budget estimates, proper details of the vehicle, the damage
Time up.
estimate. So we are trying to automate the entire process. So open up to the jury. Thanks a lot. We are open to questions from the jury. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Any questions from the jury?
Yeah, like say, the Mastro, like, does it integrate with any applications, or how many applications that you integrate with?
So we have basically used the integration services, the Google Workspace, the Gmail integration, along with that, the UiPath Agent Builder. In the Agent Builder, we have used GenAI activity. So in GenAI activities, we possibly use image analysis, the anomaly model for the image and all. So that's a part of it. We have added guardrails for it, document understanding for extraction from documents, and the main area of focus is the UiPath Agent Builder for us.
And you also said like you use context grounding, right? So in which agent did you use context grounding?
We have used in the this as the agent that you can see at the moment, the surveyor assistant drag pricing agent. So we have given motor companies data, if Aditya can show up the data. So these are all the data that we have given up in the Excel format as well as the PDF formats. So sort of a conversational AI in future, we can have a WhatsApp sort of integration where directly a surveyor types in a query, it will get the pricings for these different answers for these like any query that he has. So here we have used context rounding.
Okay.
This is great. This is a very in-demand flow for the auto insurance industry. Curious, what are the big areas you'd want to improve on, just based on where you're at today? So technical-wise, agent or LLM accuracy-wise, anything that comes to mind?
Yes, we are. We want to just like first of all, actually have components of responsible and explainable AI here in place. We want to have feedback mechanisms here. Want to not just focus on motor insurance. We want to we want to just expand beyond this in areas like healthcare, for example. Like we have pre-auths and all. So the same use case where the customer sends medical bills, doctor prescriptions, and all the same policy lookups happen there. It takes a lot of hours. So we want to reduce the hours there and just automate all the processes where some similar sort of mechanism is happening. So that's something we are wanting to expand.
And you mentioned guardrails. Just quickly, if you can talk to us about what you have implemented.
Sure. So we have implemented text-based guardrails here. So for example, the email that a customer is sending, he might be sending some sensitive data. So and also we have KYC documents being sent. So we want to mask these data before sending it to the GenAI model, because that's some sensitive data being sent along for the insurance. So yeah.
And what did you use for masking?
That's in the UiPath Agent Builder. Aditya, can you walk through? Yes.
Yeah, the field are like the for example the person funds like the mails, email ID, the phone numbers, some of the address that are we the PI masking that we are using.
Great. Thank you, guys. Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good job. Next team up is Hire2Retire. Retire. Sorry about that.
Hello, everyone.
So if you guys want to pull up your presentation and just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. So very good evening to everyone present here. Myself, Aman Chauhan, and I'm joined by my teammates Arif Mridula from PwC. Today, we're excited to present our solution, Hire2Retire Agents, and Agentic AI systems transforming HR from hiring to retirement. So the HR landscape is changing. Today, the average HR professional supports a staggering 100 employees, a 1:100 ratio. It simply isn't sustainable. This overwhelming workload means HR professionals, the very people who guide us on work-life balance, are often struggling with it themselves. Think about it. How many queries can one person realistically handle in a real time? And how much time do employees waste chasing answers to simple questions from LU policies to payroll timelines? And that's just one side of the coin. On the other end, recruiters are buried in the hiring cycle, writing job descriptions, screening resumes, scheduling interviews, and all while juggling multiple roles and the candidates. So our solution offers a powerful alternative by automating both employee query resolution and the end-to-end hiring journey. We empower HRs to shift from reactive firefighting to strategic people management. Our agentic AI handles everything from answering FAQs to drafting job descriptions, shortlisting resumes, and coordinating interviews fast, accurately, and at a scale. So we're excited to showcase how we are creating the HR landscape tomorrow today. So our system uses a modular agentic design powered by UiPath and GenAI. Each agents connect via APIs to tools like email, Zoom, Drive, and internal docs using OCR, RP, and GPT-4. Tasks are broken down and held in parallel by a specialized agents, making the process fast and consistent. Our resume screener is LLM powered. It understands the job context, not just keywords and the filters matching like a human recruiter does. So for HR queries, we use RAG to ensure answers are accurate and grounded in the real company documents. And because this is HR, we have built it in a responsible AI principles, ensuring the screening, transparent recommendations, and the data privacy across every agent. So now let's deep dive into the live demonstration. Okay, it's loading. It may take some time. So we will begin with the user input query to HR agent. Here we are stating a requirement for the hiring an AI/ML engineer for my team. I have provided all the required details to the agent. Now agent will process the query and perform the required actions. It is identified the intent as a hiring because there is two flow for the general queries and the for a hiring. Now it will start with the drafting the JD, which will be structured and the well matched with the organization template. We can see here. And post the JD creation, agent will look for the applicants' resumes, which are over the drive for the demo purpose. But in real time, this may contain some delay. Since it has started the resume screening, it will pull over the resumes from the drive and it will perform the shortlisting for the candidates.
Three minutes.
So now we can see it has shortlisted the Arif for that role, and it has sent a shortlisted candidate mail to the hiring manager for the confirmation, like when manager is available for the interview schedule. So manager will be responding with the email. It's waiting for the manager response now. Once we reply, it's taking some time. Okay, so a manager response we have received, and since now it will confirm the availability of the candidates, whether he is available at that time or not. It will trigger a mail to candidates with the time provided by the manager and confirm if he is available for the interview at that time or not. We can see here it has sent a mail to Arif for this. It will wait for the response from Arif if he is available. So Arif is responded with his availability. So what it will do, it will schedule
1
a
minute.
interview over a Zoom call and share the invite to both hiring manager and the applicants. So similarly, there is a general query. We can get the answer for this, but for the time being, I'm moving forward to the next things. So with the system we have seen, we have automated the screening and scheduling, and 50% fewer HR queries handled, which is instantly handled by our AI assistant, and it has 40% better decision driven by contextual summarize and structured feedback. It scales effortlessly from startup to enterprise and adapts peak hiring without any extra overhead. And just importantly, it's built on the responsible AI principles, ensuring fairness in candidate screening, transparency in decisions, and full compliance with the data and privacy standard. Thank you. We are open for the questions.
Great. Any questions?
What tools did you use for your agents?
Here we have used one Gmail connector and Drive and Zoom for this, and those LLMs are inbuilt from the UiPath itself. The LinkedIn tools also can be other platforms like for the job posting, LinkedIn, Naukri, and other can be used, but due to some limitations, Naukri and all not present here. That can be scaled up in future. If we can do.
Because you showed how you got the resumes. Where did you get the resumes from?
We get resumes from the Drive. Arif, can you say that thing?
Drive. Okay. So you're assuming somebody puts them in the Drive. Okay.
Yes. For now, we are assuming it for some inputs. Yeah.
Makes sense.
These are the resumes present here.
Okay. Have you used it actually?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah. Have you used it for anything for in production?
In production, we haven't used, but for this use case, like we are putting these things resume, the Google form and JD which is created. If user uploads this, that resume of that person will get same to the specified float in the Google Drive, and from that Google Drive it will pick and perform the OCR of those resumes and aggregate into one single TXT, and that TXT will passed into the LLM, which is already defined with the personalities for and the rules for the screening. It will return as the JSON response of the candidates with their strength and their whatever the call, like name here, his experience, his skills, and everything. Based on that, the screening will be done, and post screening, the email IDs which you have get, that will those name list will send to the hiring manager. The hiring manager will reply with the candidates like whom he is recommending on the priority basis on at the time his availability. So based on the reply of the hiring manager, we get the name from the hiring manager. That name corresponding to email ID will trigger mail to the candidate, checking his availability, post availability, or schedule the interview for the candidates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Actually, just quick question regarding resume screening, because this is sort of it's a bit of a hot topic, just in terms of making sure that the LLM is providing like ethical feedback, right? Just to make sure that everything is fair and non-biased. And just wondering if you've taken that into consideration or plan to.
Yeah, we have defined a proper system prompt with a trial and tested method, and better with, like, we have also put some guardrails, like we can't because in it is not only doing the resume keywords matching, it is also acting as a domain expertise for that hiring demand. So based on this, it is judging the persons and responding and shortlisting those peoples, because in normally what happen is there will be the n number of keywords for the, if someone is hiring for the AI ML skills, they will see, they will see NLP, Python, PySpark, and everything. They don't, because maybe the person who is screening the resume will be the HR. He has no domain knowledge. He will not able to understand what the project he has done and how much this project is relevant to the hiring demand which is raised by the manager. But LLM has the domain expertise. He can help with that. So using those things, we have defined proper system prompt and proper guardrails for this purpose screening.
Great. Thank you. Time's up.
Yeah, thank you.
Next team up is KisanSUMitra.
Yep. So while sharing a screen, so can anyone confirm the background voice or the first slide? I'm just sharing.
I could see you.
Yeah.
I see your screen with garden behind it. Do you have a present? Okay. You ready to start?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just starting the
Okay.
preview mode.
Let me wait till you get that up.
Yeah. So I'm just starting, and let me know if you can.
You want me to start?
Can you hear that?
I can see it now. Ready?
Okay. Just give me unshare and share it again so I can on the
Okay.
system voice. Sorry for that. Yeah.
Now I can't
You know,
see it.
option now. Yeah, I'm just checking now.
Okay.
Now I started.
Ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can hear the Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Namaste everyone. We are KisanSUMitra team from Centric Consulting. I'm Shushila Kumari, bringing the voice of the farmer into our solution.
Hi, I am Utkarsh, weaving tech and AI into their daily lives.
Hi, I'm Mohit. We make sure our solution reach to every corner, every zilla, every district. So moving on to the next slide. So let's watch this clip. So that presents our idea.
I'm tired of being the last to know everything about my own farm. That's the reality for millions of Indian farmers today, struggling with outdated information, limited financial support, and poor digital access, and endless paperwork. When your livelihood depends on timely decisions, being left in the dark isn't just frustrating, it's costly.
That's why we created KisanSUMitra, your AI farming companion that fits in your pocket. It provides personalized, real-time support in your regional language, connecting you with everything you need in one place. Weather forecasts that predict tomorrow's rain, market prices to sell at the right time, expert agricultural guidance, and government schemes, all at your fingertips. No more traveling to distant offices or drowning in paperwork. KisanSUMitra automatically discovers schemes you qualify for, simplifies digital applications, and provides AI-powered crop advice to boost your income. KisanSUMitra offers emotional support to reduce stress and the isolation many farmers feel. KisanSUMitra, simplifying farming, empowering farmers.
So moving on to the next. Yeah.
The problem statement is that farmers struggle with scattered, outdated information in non-local languages, limited support to access schemes, and confusing digital portals. Our solution, which is an AI assistant, provides timely, personalized guidance in regional languages on weather, market prices, and government schemes, boosting productivity, reducing middleman reliance, and improving access to financial aid. Moving on. So major reports from Niti Aayog and NABARD highlight that only 40% of the farmers get timely localized information and just 30% can access formal credit, while 80% of the farming household own smartphones, but only 27% use it for agriculture purpose. and 70% still rely on verbal or paper-based info, so showing a huge gap our solution can fill by digitizing and personalizing agricultural support. Moving on.
So let's see its benefit and technology is used. So end users are farmers, industries is agri-tech, UiPath products we have used are UiPath apps, Studio, Maestro, agents, orchestrator, data fabric, storage buckets. We have also used Twilio integration for WhatsApp integration and OpenAI. Its benefit and impacts and outcomes are outdated scheme discovery and application. Next, AI-powered advisory and one-stop digital solution. Moving to next slide. So our solution architecture integrates multiple AI agents, a central prompt system, and a user-friendly interface to provide comprehensive support for farmers. Farmers can register themselves once and log into our UiPath app using credentials. They can ask any query related to agricultural support in their regional languages. Our intelligent intent determination agent will determine intent behind the query and pass this to our expert specialized AI agents like weather updates, soil health, crop price, policy info, loan info agents. We have also RPA bot
3
coordinating
minutes.
activities between AI agents and seamless operations. Moving to next slide.
So this is how our Maestro look like along with the different agents involved. So let's quickly involve to the demo. Okay, so moving to the UI side. So this is our registration page, look like, where Kisan can enter the basic details. Once get registered, the Kisan can enter the credential like phone number and the secret passcode. And once you click on the login, so the Kisan can able to see the dashboard, right? So the agent is running in the background right now, the bot process. So here you can see the dashboard where on the left side, you can see the basic details of the Kisan. Here, weather updates coming dynamically from an agent that we build out. So meanwhile, the weather it's loading right now. I quickly move to the data fabric that we have stored all the data in the data fabric that coming from the app. And so all the data is, and once get registered, you can see the WhatsApp message in the WhatsApp registered number of the Kisans. Here we have the registered details. So once I move to the, it's still loading, I move back to the WhatsApp. So you can see the whole message. And now you can see the weather updates is coming right now. And here the Kisan can enter the intent here. So once we click on the send, so we quickly go to the jobs and see how, Maestro is running in the back end. So we can see the two processes. One is a workflow we have used it. Under that, we have used the Maestro flow. So once I go to this one info icon, and we can see the Maestro flow here. Here we have Maestro flow. So it's still loading right now. So we can see it's still loading in the information booth. No information come right now because Maestro is running. And again, I go to the Maestro and see how it runs.
1 minute.
So this is how you can see the Maestro flow is running on, and this is something intense coming on. And I quickly go to the screenshot that we have captured during this one. So this is the information coming in the information booth, and we also supporting the regional language. So coming to the future scope and all, Utkarsh.
In the future, we aim to introduce voice-enabled multilingual support and image-based crop disease detection for greater accessibility. Farmers will be able to report grievances and submit RTIs through automated workflows. A WhatsApp-based chatbot will offer a simple and familiar interface for updates and interactions. Also, we'll enable direct market linkage with buyers and mandis and launch a community forum for farmer-to-farmer learning. Finally, we also plan to integrate a job matching feature on WhatsApp to connect farm laborers with agri-tech companies, benefiting both sides. Moving back to the demo.
Time's up.
Yeah. So this is how information coming from the Maestro, the agent. This is the simple text the farmer can see, even in the regional language itself, based on the intent provided. So this is about the demo that we have.
Thank you. You guys, we have to stop it there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judges, any questions?
So what you're showing right now, who would be using this UI versus, of course, the farmers would be using the WhatsApp and the Twilio messages? Just trying to wrap my head around this one.
I can take that up. So yeah, both the interfaces are for farmers. Like if they have access to the apps, they can use the app directly. If they are more familiar with WhatsApp, we are trying to provide a very familiar interface because most of the farming households have the smartphones. So they can access smartphones and they can access on the apps on either Android or on App Store. So and WhatsApp is very familiar app with them. So it can provide them a better interface and can make them ask queries that they can get answers to, because they often hesitate in asking queries. So if they have a familiar interface, and since this app is agent based, so it provides constant nudging. Like if their intent is not very clear, it reverts in a way that makes them, okay, your intent is not clear, or you can rephrase your question in their own regional language and the tone that they have asked the question in, which makes it very easier for them to have a conversation.
So adding on, like farmer can also get the new government schemes available that coming from the government. They can get in the WhatsApp. Even the weather is coming in the WhatsApp, so they can see. And even in the Monday prices coming, because it removes the mediator layer between the farmers and the market, right? So they can get all the details in the WhatsApp. So it's a very freedom for the farmers can use this thing, and it's really helpful for the farmer in the future also.
Fantastic product. Great idea, and Twilio works really well.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'll just ask another one if no one else has questions. Any technical challenges that you ran into and how did you solve them?
So I can answer this thing. So when we are using app and Mastro, right? So one of the things we faced during the challenge is that the delays time during the prompts or the responses coming from the Mastro to the app, because it could be something more than 55 seconds or something. So some of the, with the challenges we getting in the response time coming from the Mastro to the app. So this is one of the problem we face during these calls and everything. So otherwise, all look good for the Mastro and everything.
Yeah, because you're having that chat function there, then latency definitely matters.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is something we
and one more point that, unlike apps that offer fragmented advice or static content, but our AI-powered agentic assistant learns, guides, and walks with the farmer, right from sowing to selling. It doesn't just act, it automates and empowers them. And also, if this solution helps even one farmer avoid any distress call, then it will be worth all the effort. And because every farmer's life matters. That's what we believe in. Hence, we created this agentic solution that could benefit a lot of farmers.
Thank you so much. Time's up.
Thank you.
Next time,
Thank you for providing
team up. Thank you. Is DeepPrompt?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Just a
Hi.
second.
Do you have a presentation to pull up?
Yes, I am. Let me know if it's visible.
Let me know. Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect.
Let me know when you're ready to start.
Okay, I think we can start.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, good day, respected judges and my fellow presenters. Today I'll be presenting Genesis Flow AI-powered document engine. This will be presented by myself, Sahil Sharma, and Manoj Batra, who's my partner in this. So let me quickly get started on this. So this is a short introduction about us. And let's start with the problem statement and how we got to the solution. So originally, I recently had a new project coming in my organization, and I was supposed to do requirement gathering for that, which should involve doing a couple of weeks of video sessions with my clients, and then seeing all those videos and prepare documents like PDD, SDD, planning timelines, and having architecture discussions. Now, I already cited the idea. But then I remembered that recently we had an Agentic AI demo within my organization, and I said, why not use the Agentic AI technology to do this decision making? So I contacted Manoj and I said, hey, this is a cool idea. What do you think about it? And Manoj said, yeah, this is fantastic. And my original idea was just for the PDD, which you prepare for any automation. But then we expanded to audio summaries as well as SOP, which is standard operating procedures, which almost every organization would need for their business processes. So that's how the idea originated. And from that, this was kind of the genesis happened for this particular project. So current problem statement is that whenever we have to prepare these documentation, it takes a lot of time and effort. And also all the data sources are fragmented and everybody has to collate everything. Even the business rules and exceptions mentioned by clients during their calls are missed out on, and they may not be captured in the PDD document. And subsequently, much later, it may be realized that specific scenarios were missed and it could lead to rework as well. That costs time and money. So to solve that, we built this AI automated pipeline, which basically uses Agentic AI, coded agents, and a lot of other things, LLM models, to actually deliver the end-to-end documents, which involves PDD and SOP, summary, podcast summary, as well as the timeline planning. The Jira cards are also prepared, and basically anything you would need. At each step, you have a human review through Action Center to actually keep the confidence and trust in this particular tool. So let me give you a brief summary. So this particular project is applicable to pretty much any department or market or industry because it's agnostic. And you can pretty much, even if you're not doing automation, you can just use this tool in a configurable way so that you can actually prepare SOP documents. The products we have used are UiPath Agentic AI and Coded Agents, UiPath API Workflows, UiPath Orchestrator and Web Studio, UiPath Integration Service, UiPath App and Action Center, UiPath Studio, as well as UiPath Maestro. And other integrations include Google Vertex AI through Gemini models, LangGraph with Python SDK, Jira API, and Google Drive API. So since we have a time constraint, I'll be presenting a demo directly. I hope you can hear the sound. Let me play it for you. I hope it's audible.
We can hear it.
Perfect. So this is the home screen of the app through which this is triggered. You have multiple options. You can enter the project name. Where does the input videos? It can be single video, multiple set of videos. Where do you want the output? You can even add a custom template if you don't like the standard PDD template and you want to use specific to your organization. And how much of the process do you want to run? If only PDD or SOP and things like that. So this is the way the project is triggered. Now we will show the agentic process running. And now we'll open up the Maestro. So the first agent is running. So this one is the video analyzer. So the key component is that it can directly analyze the video. This is a visualization of the same.
3 minutes.
So the agent is analyzing the video and preparing the steps and extracting key information from the video. Parallelly, the audio summary is being generated and the PDD document itself is being generated. This is a visualization for the same. You can see in parallel the SOP as well as the audio summary is being created. Now this has also gone for the validation of a human. So the document has come for human review. So the entire document, all the sections are prepared and a human reviewer decides if it can go forward or not, and the next phase is triggered accordingly. Now the solution design document is created using the information available in the PDD document previously prepared by the tool. This is a simulation for the same. Now again, this will go for review as well. You can see all the steps, tasks, everything is prepared here. You even get flowcharts in this. Finally, it's creating the timeline. So this is basically a high-level task breakup for what tasks would be needed to actually build the actual solution.
1 minute.
This is a simulation for the same. Now the Jira workflow is triggered to actually create the Jira cards. And all the artifacts are then emailed to the user for review. You can see all the email has come in.
Time up.
So the last step is just the audio summary, which is in a podcast format. So I'll just pause here. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, I mean, just a quick question. I mean, this is super impressive. Thank you. But in some cases, wouldn't you want to use like an API to read data rather than analyzing a video? I just maybe missed that. Like, why would you want to use a video, for example, for
So
Jira?
I can take that. So essentially, the problem statement is that whenever you start the requirement gathering for any new project, you have to have some sessions with the clients. They will describe the process, show the process, and even talk about a lot of business rules. So obviously, the tools are there. They're always there to extract the transcript and do something with it, or you can even give your own prompts. But the key idea is that video analysis up till the latest LLM models were not available. So that is the key feature where without doing any further analysis, you're able to extract those business rules and exception from the video, the context behind it, even the screenshots, and then combine them in a format for the PDD.
You're saying it's kind of like a demonstration given by the user.
Yes, a demonstration, and whatever they're talking, in what context they're talking, all that is understood by the LLM model, and then it prepares the document. That's the key difference.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for as well with the video processing. If a user or a SME is actually showing on screen and like walking them through the things, that's what we do as well. Curious which model you use? Is that a Gemini model for video processing?
Yes, that's a Gemini 2.0 model.
Okay, thank you.
Sahil, do you have an example of an output that it generated that made your discovery process easy?
Not yet, because actually I have not presented this in my organization yet. But I have a goal of reducing my requirement gathering time, which is usually around 2 weeks. And with this tool, I've tested it internally, but not in an actual process yet. I think I can get it down to 1 to 2 days, including the human review part. So from around 10 days of end-to-end effort for all the documents and analysis and discussion, I can get it down to 1 to 2 days. That's the plan.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing usually in discovery process, you go back and forth. Even if somebody is like recording and sharing, you go a little bit of back and forth. I was curious how you address that part.
Yeah, so it's essentially about 70% of the work, which is getting automated. 30% is what that part still is there. So you have that flexibility of going back and forth and, redrafting it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Did you have any challenges in the size of the file that is being processed with the LLMs?
Yes, definitely. Good question. So the bigger the video is, the longer it's going to take to generate. And sometimes it used to not give the correct output. So because of that, we have implemented to some extent breaking of the video. So beyond 30 minutes, it has to be broken into separate parts for analysis. And then the same thing has to be combined before the document is generated.
Great. Thank you. Time's up.
Thank you so much, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Next team up is TrialIQ Agents.
Hi, Diana.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. You want to pull up a screen, Mukesh?
Yeah.
Yes. I
Is
just
my,
pull up.
Okay.
am I audible?
And you guys want to let me know when you're ready.
You can hear AP, right? Clearly.
I can
Yes,
hear AP.
yes, AP, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're all
So,
of you.
yeah, we can good to start. We are ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, everyone. I would like to begin this demo with a powerful truth. Every person in this room, in fact, on this planet, will need a medicine in their lifetime. And in the world of medicine, there are two clocks that are always ticking. The business clock, every day a drug is delayed, costs over $2 million for pharma companies. And the human clock, for families waiting on Alzheimer's treatments or for cancer patients, that delay is not measured in dollars. It's measured in hope. Today, we are here to show you how TrialIQ wins the race against both the clocks. As FDA Commissioner Dr. Robert Califf reminds us, if trial data is not validated on time, patients are kept waiting. I'm AP with our passionate team, Mukesh, Preeti, and Deepak. Now let's see the problem we are solving. So where exactly is the problem? This bottleneck exists in a $50+ billion global clinical trials industry, and it's the process of clinical trial data review. Picture this, teams spending 500 to 1,000 hours manually reviewing mountains of disconnected files like PDF lab report, consent forms, CSV exports, etc. And the result, 80% of trials miss timelines. 40% of FDA submissions need rework. This is not just inefficient, it's risky. Every delayed trial means patients are still waiting. Next slide, please. Picture this broken process. An email arrives, someone saves attachments, someone else manually copies data to Excel, and if there is a missing signature, there is a chain of emails across time zones. Every handoff is a delay, and every delay introduces a risk. But what if this bottleneck could be eliminated? Now, meet our TrialIQ, tomorrow's accelerator. This is not just automation, it's intelligent orchestration by Maestro. RPA bots instantly ingest documents, data flows to our centralized fabric, specialized validation and compliance agents scrutinize data in real time. They don't just find errors, they understand context. Human experts become strategic decision makers, not anymore data checkers. We are transforming delays into an audit-ready, scalable workflow from day one. The results are transformative. Manual review drops from 40 to 60 hours to under 6. Data accuracy jumps from 85 to 98%. But the most critical impact is patient safety. A serious adverse event can take more than 24 hours to be escalated through the right channels. TrialIQ does it less than an hour. That's a 90% faster escalation and can directly impact a patient's safety. And the market is very massive. A $50+ billion industry where every pharmaceutical company, CRO, research hospital, and biotech firm faces this exact bottleneck. That's thousands of organizations globally managing millions of trial participants. Now, my colleague Mukesh will show you the solution live in action. Over to you, Mukesh.
Thank you, AP. I hope you are able to see my Maestro. So this is the complete solution we have built on UiPath Maestro and using the other UiPath technologies. So I'm just going to run the solution. And meanwhile, the solution is running. I'll just quickly wanted to show you what are the input files. So as an input, we receive an email. That email has attachment, and these attachment are the reports that look something like this, which is the adverse event. You have a sonar form, which is there. You have all kind of different reports. Now, on after this, you also have a folder structure. In the folder structure,
3
you have
minutes.
the input files where you would be downloaded, and then you have something which is called EDC exports. So today this EDC export is coming from, let's say, a different file or a different UI automation. Now, to validate this, we need to also have some kind of rules. Now, the rules today are available into protocols like data validation specification or something like this. So these are all the rules and the regulatory compliance which we need to validate these reports against, right? Now, let me quickly explain how does the solution looks like today. Just quickly switch this. Okay. So we are receiving the input emails. This is received via integration services. That comes, that triggers the process. There is a RP robot that downloads the data, saves the document.
That data goes to IDP, which classifies the document, extract the information, and then put the data back to the data fabric. So data fabric is used in two scenarios, one to store the data and also to update the status and generate the reports. Now we have two agents in place. One is the trial data agent, which is going to validate the data for the trials, and the second one is a regulatory compliance agent. Both of them works one after another. All the data which passes from trial agent, then only it goes to compliance agent. At any point of time, if you feel there is a human which needs and a human validation is required, that also call human with the help of feedback loop. So this is the complete solution architecture for this solution. And meanwhile, let me quickly go back to our Maestro, and you can see that all of this process has started. The email download, file extraction. For the validation agent, today we haven't received anything. So all this approved record goes back to the compliance agent, and then into the compliance agent, there is a human validation which is pending. Let me go to my action. I'll hit a quick refresh. And here we can see that I have an escalation task which is assigned to me. Now, into that escalation task, I can see that there is a patient signature which is missing. So I can just go to that, and as an approver, I just say this is rejected, and I just reject.
1 minute.
Now, once I have rejected that, what happens? The control goes back to the thing, and then it actually triggers something which is called an RPA, and that triggers the reporting robot. Once all of that is done, you can see that RPA robot triggering a report, and the report is going to look something like this, where I can just go back here. It's still running. So I'll just show the report quickly to the config reports. Here it is. Okay, so this is the final report which we get, where you have all the records for the different analysis which you have done. Along with the score, along with the report, you also get a confidence score, and the confidence score is a combination of your agent, of your RPA, IXP, both the agents combined together, and you also have this score which is available here. So that's how the final report looks like. This report is also available onto a dashboard portal for the people to download it from there as well.
Great, time up.
So I would just like to conclude it by saying that they say AI is not here to replace the humans, but at least to assist them. We are actually using AI to save the humans. Any questions, guys? Thank you. Thank you for the time.
Any questions?
I think mainly the maturity of the agents. I'm curious how you were able to stabilize the agents. What all did you do to measure the quality of the agents?
So we are using the evaluations from the agent builder. So LLM is used as a judge there. And then this data is like data which we can generate. So we have used LLM as a judge that generates the score, and then we are getting using that. And also that confidence score also help us where based on, it's a combination of IDP plus agent plus all of that. So that is also helping. With the help of Maestro, it is also giving us that bottlenecks, and it is also giving us the heat map. So we are able to analyze that which is the problem causing area. So
yeah, well done,
those are some of
folks.
the things.
Evals are a great way to get, numeric understanding of how well your agent is doing. So well done.
Have you gotten a chance to deploy it anywhere on like real requests that you're getting or your customers are getting?
So not to a company level, but we spoke to the people individual who are actually doing these trials. We showed them the solution. They are pretty happy with the results. They wanted to try it. We cannot directly reach the company, but at an individual level, yes, we have shown it to some of the colleagues from where we get all these input files and the problem. So they are happy with the outputs which it is giving.
Thank you.
And just to clarify, did you give your agents, did you give them any tools?
Yes, so today these agents are using RPA as a tool. It is also using this data fabric, because we have to populate the data fabric. We don't have a direct connection, so we are using RPA as a tool. It is using context grounding as a tool. Even our action app is also getting as a tool directly from the agent. So all of these tools are getting used.
Your data has PH API, right? Like, how do you
Yes.
ensure that
Yeah.
confidentiality?
So yes, in UiPath, we have something which is called generative AI activities that take care of the PII and the PHI filtering. So before we store any data to the data fabric, we make sure that that goes through the PII and the PHI, which actually what it does, it actually masks the data. So instead of Mukesh, it will be like person one. Instead of any confidential information, it will mask, and UiPath we are also using the GenAI activities to mask that data because we understand the data is confidential.
Any more questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, I think you guys are good. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, and we
Thank
have
you.
one last group to come up, which is Accenture Agentic Squad.
Yeah,
So
hi everyone.
I see your screen. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready to get started.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, this is Usha Rani. I have my colleagues Mansi, Harsha, and Yogini. We four of us actually created this idea and created the entire solution, which is a smart health claim assistant. As you know already, in health claim industry, there are a lot of claims that the insurance company receives every day for processing. So mostly the data we receive are unstructured. So that is why it requires a lot of manual verification, multiple communications that become mandatory to process the claim. So there was a 15 to 20% increase in the denial claims in the last 5 years. 5 million average loss in revenue due to unresolved claim denials. So Agentic AI, we thought Agentic AI solution will overcome this problem where it can take autonomous runtime decision when the data is in unstructured format. So it is able to convert the unstructured into a structured to run the smooth process. So in order to process the claim, it requires to download the data from multiple applications. So since UiPath Agent Builder has the capability to interact with inbuilt applications directly like a Salesforce, ServiceNow. So most of the tickets in health claim industry are getting created in Salesforce. So it simplifies to use the embedded activities directly within the agent so that we don't need to depend on any RPA process or writing a code. And here, what we are doing, let's actually start the demo with the valid claim request that we have received. So if you're looking at this particular claim, here they have provided the policy number, everything, and attached 3 different supportive documents to process the claim. So there is a dispatcher, we are assuming it is actually scheduled, which will listen to the email, and it is actually, reading the email content and downloading the attachments. So now this master instance, when it actually runs, it is actually reading the queue item one by one, and there is a agent which is a health issue identification agent available. This agent is reading the email content and it actually verifies whether it is actually a medical or accident. So it has to take a decision, and we have provided this a health claim policy, this document also to the agent to take a decision so that whatever it is provided in the email content, whether it is actually maps with that, whether it is actually included with the disease or not, it refers that policy and it ensures that it is a valid issue. So then if it's identified valid issue, there are 2 different RPA process we are running in parallel. Here we are using a document understanding engine. So wherein the documents that are supporting documents that we have received in the email, we are actually giving it to the document understanding engine to download and extract the information. In parallel, we are actually using a patient management app. Currently, we are using a data fabric to populate the data. Otherwise, the RPA process which will go and extract the data from the client applications. When these 2 data are retrieved, it is actually going and providing the data to the patient history analyzer agent. So this patient history analyzer agent, it receives the patient information, history information, along with the whatever the document that the customer has supplied, the DU has already extracted. It is actually able to take a decision whether it is actually a valid claim. Everything is already available. If the data is actually missing, it is actually we will send one more email to the customers saying these are the informations that are missing. We are actually using the Mastro activities, the send email and all, so that we don't need to depend on any RPA process and VDI to run those things. So we were actually using the Mastro embedded, And we are actually using the timer event as well. So
3
that what it
minutes.
does, there is a follow-up agent which actually checks whether it is actually sending in the 2 days. If we are not receiving the email, it will by default goes. If everything is available, we are sending it to the human review. This is actually a one more screen that we are having. In that screen, we are showcasing the complete email content and Mansi.
So health claim domain, here we see the email and all the extracted details from the multiple attachments that we receive, and the data from the data fabric and the agent analysis, so that a user can take decision whether they have to approve it or not. Once they approve it, then one dispense agent will run, which will refer context to calculate the dispense amount. Depending on the dispense amount, one claim application which we have created using semantic activities, it will fill all the details and generate a claim ID for user, and then send the mail stating the generated claim ID and the analysis that agent has done so far. And that response will be on top of the initial email that was sent by the customer. So here you can see.
We have actually we have shown this solution to two to three health domain clients, where we have actually received some kind of improvements as well. So one of the improvement that we have received is they are having a lot of knowledge based articles. So in medical domain, we have seen there are multiple these kind of a request. For every request, they are having one knowledge based articles in which they have actually proposed the solution. So those solutions are actually in the natural language processing only. So what they need to do, they have to go and refer the article, and that article will actually showcase them to go and click on this particular thing and click this. It means it's a UI navigation, so they need to perform. So currently what we actually shown them is, these are the natural language processing. We will give it to the autopilot, which will actually create a bot for them for every knowledge base articles. Let it be a individual bots available, so that whenever there is an exception comes, the agent will actually call the relevant RPA bot to process that. So we know that there is a large action model is also going to come. It is in preview. So maybe that large action model also, which is going to use a computer use agent, that would also become one more solution for this healthcare industry, because they are every a lot of operation users, they just have to follow those natural language processing only. So these are and another request that we have created is dependence, validating the dependence, because currently this solution is not handling the dependence. So basis on the dependence, we need to provide the percentage of claim. And in this UiPath app screen that you are actually seeing, we have actually created that. We have used the semantic activities as well over here, so that tomorrow any change in the application comes, automatically it will take care. So these are the functionalities. Thank you.
Any questions?
No, super cool. Thank you very much.
Is this hi Isha, is this is a different use case compared to what you demoed in DevCon, right?
Yes, that was actually OTC, order to cash actually.
Yeah.
So this is, and even order to cash I demonstrated in Bangalore Developer Conference. Then actually we demonstrated in Manila, Jakarta, and Singapore as well.
Nice. Can you talk about which were you able to get this piloted by any customers or anybody?
But I mean, in Accenture, you know that there is a healthcare team is available. We are not actually be able to provide the client name over here, but I have actually shown it to the different clients. Different clients, wherein we got this knowledge based article feedback I received, that I found it very interesting actually.
I see. So that's the context grounding thing.
No, not context grounding. Knowledge based articles is actually whenever there is an exception comes, right? The operations team, they have to open the Word document. In the Word document, they have mentioned that open this URL, click on this particular link. They are providing the instructions in the Word document. So there are 40 to 50 knowledge based articles will be there. So they every time, in the operations people, they need to understand what is the name of that article. They have to go and verify. So these are the things, it takes a more manual effort, right? Then I told them we have an autopilot currently available. And in the autopilot, all the instructions I will feed, and we can create a bot. So autopilot is all the bots we are deploying into the orchestrator, so that agent can take a decision whenever there is a issue comes. It actually reads the description of that knowledge weight article, and it will start running the process. They don't have to click on all these things, right? In addition, we are actually LAM is also going to come up, right? So I don't know about that because it's in a preview, but that is also one more layer. I would like to include it in this extended solution.
You've mentioned multiple times about the agent taking a decision. So perhaps you're giving it a little bit more autonomy than maybe other groups. I'm just wondering if you can talk a little bit more about the evaluations, the evals, and how you're ensuring that decisions taken are accurate.
Yeah, so the accuracy, we always depend on the number of evaluation sets. So even when we were creating, I have created 4 or 5 solutions in Agentic, like R2R, OTC, P2P. This is actually a 4th solution we have created here. This is a health claim, and every solution, we are actually following the best practices. Agent must have a single responsibility. So we create single responsibility rather than giving multiple responsibilities to the agent, and we rely on multiple evaluation sets as well. So basis on the even I have given suggestions and the feedbacks in the forum as well. So the evaluation set, which is actually increasing the agent score, we need to get those kind of evaluation sets should be on top, so that because when we are running it, and now in the old UI you are giving it traces, I was able to check what is the LLM call, what is the percentage, but in the new UI it is not there. So we were actually added the suggestion, we need that as well, so that, and moreover the evaluation set which helps us to improve the accuracy, I want that also to be highlighted on top of it, so that we can click on it and we add more input statements on top of it. That's how we can improve the LLM, right? The model efficiency.
Thank you. Time
A
up.
lot of suggestions I gave actually, so maybe we'll talk about more.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And over to you, Andrea.
Exactly. 1 second to. So, congratulations, everybody. 2.5 hours of amazing demos. We want to thank you all for the patience, for the passion that you have put into building this, into showing us. We really appreciate the creativity in the presentations and in the storytelling and in the solutions themselves. This is a wrap. As I told you in the beginning, you will hear from us on the 11th of August with the responses related to the prizes that you may or may have not won. For now, this is a wrap. Thank you for the energy, for the bold ideas. And yeah, it doesn't matter the outcome, you built some great solutions, and we are very, very, very grateful and proud. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Asking the jury and my colleagues to stay a bit more, and then the rest, you can go rest or celebrate, enjoy the day, the evening, the night. Thank you all.
Thank you everyone for the amazing demos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Removing all participants.
Yeah. And Diana, the timing, you can also stop. And not sure if we're still recording is still happening.